Hey, hello there, and a very warm welcome as ever this Tuesday evening with Planet Cruise. My name's Sean. Right now, we've been showing you deals from Planet Cruise for over 10 years now, but tonight's show is something really different. Have you ever wanted to cruise and experience South America and Asia? Well, tonight is all about South America and Asia. Planet Cruise have teamed up with WENDY Tours, and WENDY, as you may know, I'm sure many of you do, WENDY has been operating fantastic tours for 20 years. She's multi-award winning, won numerous awards, and actually, well, she's here right now. Do you want to meet her? This is WENDY. Hello, Wendy. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
And we've got Dan, of course. Hello, matey.
Good to see you. How are you?
Very well, thank you. So tonight's show is all about South America and Asia. Wendy, I feel honoured to be with you because you're actually in the Travel Hall of Fame, aren't you?
Yes.
And you're one of the very few ladies, I think there's about 6 in the Travel Hall of Fame. You're one of them.
Yes, I was very lucky.
I think very talented as well.
Thank you.
Alongside Sir Richard Branson, to give you an idea. But tonight, we've got the most amazing deals. And I will say as well, if you're maybe, if you're not planning on visiting South America or Asia, obviously you can book any cruise tonight with Planet Cruise. The guys are there, aren't they, Dan?
Absolutely. So if this is not up your sort of your street today, then just give us a call because we can look at Mediterranean fields, anything you normally want to look at. Give the guys a call because they'll all be very happy to help you. Absolutely. Yeah.
But stay watching because it's actually a really exciting show. And if you are new, by the way, to Planet Cruise, maybe you've just found us. Where have you been for the last 10 years? But we'll let you off. There are many reasons why you should book with Planet Cruise. All the packages that you're going to see tonight have been exclusively tailor-made by us. So they're exclusive packages. We are the largest independent cruise travel agency in the UK, and our team of destination and cruise experts are available 7 days a week. We won't be beaten on price, that's guaranteed. So if you ever think that there's another company that are offering a better deal, let us know about it. We are, of course, APTA and ATOL bonded, meaning your money is safe with us, and you can pay for your holiday in direct debit instalments as well. Different phone number, of course, tonight from our usual ideal number, 0808 250 2662. Right. Let's just introduce you to the magical world of WENDY. Have a look at this and we'll talk you through. So, Wendy, here's a little video all about you and your amazing company. So you specialise in tours around Asia, South America?
Yes. And we absolutely the #1 operator, specialist operator for China and Japan.
So the UK's #1 specialist operator for China and Japan. So we're in very good hands tonight, aren't we?
Yes.
And you're going to, throughout the show, you're going to be telling us about the amazing tours and the fabulous things that we're going to be seeing and experiencing. Like this, of course.
Yes. This is this is actually one of our most popular tours that we're doing together with Planet Cruise, and that is actually a 16 days tour, and it is the ultimate China, and we call it Wonders of China.
And it's one of our best sellers, isn't it? So
yes, you were saying, Dan.
We can have a look through and some of the fabulous parts of China we're going to go to. So, I mean, if we have a look here, it's a continent of the seas. It's 28 nights altogether, but 14 nights is with you, Wendy. So what happens is Planet Cruise, we're going to fly the customers into Shanghai, aren't we? And then it's going to be overnight there, but you look after them from the moment they land in Shanghai.
Yes.
They have dinner included from then all the way through, I'm told.
Yes. It's a fully inclusive. It's like the cruise continue on land.
We like that. We like the food.
Yes.
So this is, I mean, we were saying this is actually the ultimate, isn't it, when it comes to China. 28 nights. So you are away for virtually a whole month, aren't you?
Yeah. And if you only go to China once, it's the way to do it, isn't it? You've got to see everything while you're there.
And this show is all about everything being organised and planned for you, so you don't have to worry about anything at all.
Yes. And we do the visa for
you. You do the visa, which is massively important, which we'll talk about. And you are just the #1 expert, aren't you? And how many years? 20 years you've been doing
20
it?
20 years.
Yes. Fantastic.
And in the Travel Hall of Fame
as
well.
It's safe hands, isn't it? Safe hands.
Yeah, and we look after your customer handheld every step of the way because it's in China.
Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, this one here, should we have a little look where we go to? Because we fly you into Shanghai.
We do.
Yes.
You look after us from the moment we land. I'm saying we, I wish to go, but
Yes.
our customers, when they land, you look after us. And we head in Shanghai. What do we do in Shanghai? We do some fabulous parts of Shanghai.
Yes, Shanghai is where the modern and the old meet together. So in Shanghai, we will visit the Yu Garden,
Yep.
and we will do a little bit shopping, and we will do one of the most fabulous cruise you can ever do on the Huangpu River in the evening. So the neon lights will light up, and one side is the colonial grandeur of the past time, and the other side is a futuristic and the
modern
Pudong
Shanghai,
area.
yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, sounds
And
fabulous.
that is in Shanghai. And after that, yes, this is still in Shanghai, but yes, we will try some fabulous meals and Shanghai cuisine. And after that, we will fly away. This is actually still in Shanghai. That's the old town, the cruise.
That's
you can
the colonial part and the modern part, isn't
This
it?
is the,
There's
yeah,
the modern.
futuristic. Just
Yeah.
look at
Oh,
the
I see what
door.
you mean, Wendy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, look
That
at that.
door is a hotel with 100 rooms. Would you believe it? Just then you saw.
Wow.
That's the cuisine.
Fabulous.
Yes.
So once we leave Shanghai, once we've done all this fabulous part, we then head to the airport and you fly everyone up to Guilin.
Correct.
Is that right? And we go
Yes.
to Guilin, stay there for a night.
Yep. And Guilin is very special. You can see the limestone peaks around the river, and it is a fabulous cruise. And at the end of the cruise, something wonderful began, and that's the town of Yangshu. Very idealistic and countryside. So it is really 95% of people being to China, they will say, we love Shanghai, Beijing, and Xi'an, but our favorite is actually Guilin and Yangshu. That's Guilin.
And that's the Reed Flute Caves there, is it?
Correct.
Looks fabulous. And you
fabulous.
visit there, don't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. One of the
definitely
highlights.
worth it.
And the
just
Pearl
look at
Museum, I
The
got
Pearl
that.
Museum.
Yeah.
Bring back
Yes,
some.
you can. Yes.
And what about the River Lee? I think we saw in there, was it the River Lee we saw that we've got a cruise on?
Yes.
Is that right, to see
yes,
around?
we have a whole day cruise to enjoy the most beautiful
And
scenery.
in the background, was it the Karst Mountains?
Yes,
Which look,
the
they look
limestone
marvellous,
all
don't they?
around.
They
Yes,
do.
all the way through. Yes.
Well, then
And
after
then,
that,
just continuing.
yeah, we head off to, is it, no, my pronunciation may go
Go
wrong,
down.
is it Chongqing?
Very good. Yes.
Fab-
Oh, well
yes,
done.
There we go.
yeah,
Well done.
yes, yes. You call it Chongqing, you call it Chongqing, doesn't really matter. But in Chongqing, the highlights are that Panda House.
I was going to say it's the
pandas.
Panda House.
Look,
Oh.
look,
that.
look at that.
Fantastic.
Yeah. It's not your normal just room. It's actually a panda house. It's in the stone caves, and the pandas have a very happy environment.
That looks marvellous,
Yes.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't end there, because after this we go on a Yangtze River cruise for 3 nights. And does everyone on here, they all have a view of the river as they go by?
Yes.
And now we actually have a look now. Here it is.
That's right. And lots of cruise actually is 3 nights, but with this one we do together is actually 4 nights.
Okay.
So it's really a great downtime at the middle of the trip when you just got used to the bustling of China and Shanghai and everything. And then it's 4 nights. You get to see everything during the day and
You do, and
experience
you
the
see
whole
some
thing.
beautiful scenery, but also, am I right, do you go to the Three Gorges Dam and see one of the most, here we go on TV,
Yes.
one of the most amazing engineering
Yeah.
wonders of the world. Look
Yes,
at
I've
it.
always wanted to do that, actually.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you know, you see all of this, so really from there you've seen everything along the way, the beautiful scenery, the engineering there. I mean, that you really spend a fair bit of time there, don't you?
Yes.
Because after we sort of come off the river cruise, you've seen, like, you've relaxed, it doesn't stop, does it? You go on to, is it Xi'an? We
That's
go
right,
on to.
that's right.
Look at that, fabulous.
Yes, you see that the Yangtze River Cruise, that's the largest dam project in the whole world. Yeah. And then after that, we go to Xi'an.
Xi'an.
Oh, Xi'an, there you go.
There we
That's
go.
right. Lots of
Close.
people say Xi'an. Yeah, pretty good.
And we've actually got a 3-night stay here in a 4-star hotel, haven't we?
Correct, yes.
And this is where we
Two
get
nights,
to see the Terracotta Warriors tour, isn't it?
Correct. This picture is the Muslim of Empress Wu, and she's very special. Out of the China's 5,000 years history, she's the only female empress ruled in her own rights. Her story is, gosh, I can just let's leave it legend.
But
Yes.
before that, we should say you do get to see the Terracotta Warriors tour, don't you?
Absolutely, you do the terracotta warriors like this one, and just then you saw the picture of the soldiers walking down. That is actually the what's called that's the city wall, which is the best reserved city of ancient wall in China. Everybody will love it.
And
It's the best keep the secret
Am I
in
right
China.
to think every single one of the warriors is individual?
Yes.
That is amazing.
Unique.
And how many are there approximately?
More than 6,000.
My goodness.
And we are continue to find out
know,
more.
yeah.
However, you know, there's 8 of them currently in the National Museum of Liverpool. It's on exhibition.
And you were there, weren't you?
Yeah.
Last week, was it?
Yes,
With Glenn.
I was there. Yes, I was.
Now, the next part of this epic tour, we transfer you to the airport and we fly to Beijing, don't we, for a 3-night stay. And we get to see the Forbidden City and Tiananmen Square, don't we?
Yes, and the Temple of Heaven, and the Summer Palace, and of course the Great Wall.
Yeah, of course we do.
And I want to tell you something special about the wall. That is, okay, the Great Wall, everybody wanted to say, of course it's always very crowded. So therefore most company will go to Badaling, which is the most crowds are. And you need to walk for 1 kilometer and to be able to get onto the wall. People sending you t-shirt and spoon and hats and everything. But we are specialists. So we find a wall that is called Jiyongguan, and that your customer only need to walk for 100 meters. They are straight down to the wall.
Oh,
I was going to say, because they didn't really want to walk the whole 13,000 miles, did they?
No.
But we do, so Forbidden City, Tiananmen Square, Great Wall there.
Yes.
You see all of these bits which you need to see, don't you? Whilst
Correct.
And everything has been organised with Wendy Wu and her amazing company, so you are experiencing the very, very best. Anyway, this is the cruise show, of course, Planet Cruise. So now you get to experience a fantastic cruise. I'm looking at this on the Quantum of the Seas for 12 nights. So let's take you on board.
More spaceship than cruise ship, Royal Caribbean's Quantum class has literally changed what's possible.
These are family-friendly and fun ships that both excite and inspire.
Royal Caribbean have come up with a really innovative new piece of technology, the WOW Band. Every passenger gets one of these, and they're brilliant because you can get in and out of your stateroom with it, but you can also use it to make onboard purchases. So gone are the days of losing your key card and having to go to guest services at midnight.
With Quantum class, Royal Caribbean have ripped up the traditional cruise dining rulebook. Out go the main dining rooms and the set dining times, and in comes dynamic dining. You can choose one of 2 different ways to experience dynamic dining, choice and classic. Dynamic dining choice means that you can sample a different experience each night and even return to the same restaurant again and again. Plus you get to choose your own dining time. Dynamic dining classic means that you can dine with the same group every evening, choosing between 2 set dining times and enjoying the personal service of an assigned waiter at the 4 complimentary restaurants on a preset rotation.
If you enjoy a bit of shopping, then you have to take a wander down the Royal Esplanade. It's full of high-end stores and huge brand names like Cartier and Armani. It actually reminds me of the iconic Fifth Avenue in New York. It's shopping heaven. Cruising on a Quantum class ship is an incredible experience for the whole family. You've got 7 different age-specific clubs in total, so starting with the little nursery area for the babies from 6 months upwards, going right up to the young adults of 17 years old. And there's so much to do for all the kids of all ages.
Modern, spacious and comfortable, the accommodation on board offers you plenty of fantastic options. For a start, all the interior staterooms feature virtual balconies with real-time views allow you to lie in bed at night and watch the moon ripple across the water.
I absolutely love these new family connected staterooms. What it means is if you're travelling with a group of friends or family, you can have up to 3 separate bedrooms, all with their own private bathroom, and yet they're all connected, so you can pop in on each other.
Welcome to the cruise industry's first bionic bar. You order via the tablets provided or via your smartphone on the IQ app, and then your order is displayed on the screens around the bar. A bar bot then blends your order with laser precision and lightning speed. This place needs a special mention. It's a brand new concept for Royal Caribbean called Wonderland. Dishes include liquid lobster, smoked salmon eggs and speciality cocktails featuring peanut vodka. We'll see you at Wonderland.
that was Glenn, of course, and Gemma. So what a fantastic ship. But let's talk you through where you're going. So the first day is at sea, so you can get to explore this amazing ship. And our first spot is Fukuoka, isn't it?
Fukuoka, spot on, Sean. Look at that. So when you get to Fukuoka, fabulous place. You dock a little bit outside the centre, but there really is plenty to do on your first sort of step into Japan. You've got a tower which has an observation deck, go and see that, or the Ohori Park. Then we sort of move on from Japan and you've got some time to relax because you've got a day at sea, and we go to Taipei. You land in a place called Keelung, which itself is quite fabulous. It's a big city, part of Taipei. Really here to get the most out of Taipei, to see the temples, the fabulous ceramics here. You need to do a day's tour, really. That's what I would suggest. Again, after that, we've got another day at sea to enjoy the fabulous ship. And then we go to a big hit to look at that, Hong Kong. So in Hong Kong, I mean, there's lots to do in Hong Kong. Head up to Victoria Peak, go up in that red tram, the iconic one. 552 metres above, see the fabulous views. Have a wander or a tram ride around the streets. See the Buddha in Lantau Park, or if you really want a good view, go up to Sky 100. From Hong Kong, we move on, and it's fabulous. So we could spend all day on it, but we do move on to Hue in Vietnam, which is your first stop in Vietnam. Some of the best bits here, really, to say. You've got the Imperial City, the Thien Mu Pagoda, or the Minh Hang Mausoleum. So really fabulous places to say. Onwards then we go to Nha Trang, which is a coastal resort city in southern Vietnam, which really is known for its beaches. You're going to get some fabulous weather here.
I've been there. It's beautiful.
You've been there. We go. You know, head to the beaches there. Take the cable car across to Hon Tri Island. It's a fabulous nature reserve there. Really worth going to. Next we go to Phu Mai, which is your stop for Ho Chi Minh. Now, there's lots to do here. Head to the Independence Palace, the Saigon Notre Dame Basilica, which has a French influence. A lot of people like to go to the Cu Chi tunnels, which of course are the famous from the Vietnam War there. You know, you've got plenty of things again here to do. Spend some time there, get a tour, do as much as possible. A day at sea, and then we head back to Singapore. And from Singapore, you know, we get you back there, back to the modernity, and you fly back to London. You can also speak to the guys if it's Birmingham, Manchester, Glasgow. We can do it from there as well. You know, speak to the guys, ask them what they say.
I mean, that is the ultimate tour, isn't it? I think it's the most comprehensive experience we've ever had of China there, Japan and Vietnam. And when you look at the price, when you break that down and you look at how much is included, you know, all of those amazing tours and hotel stays and flights, the food, it actually is exceptional value for money. And this is, we should say, this, you know, this is what Planet Cruise are so great at, not just booking your cruise, but giving you an exceptional experience from start to finish. So just to recap there, you've got the 14-night China Land Tour, courtesy of Wendy Wu Tours, who are multi-award winning and been in the industry for 20 years. You've got the Yangtze River Cruise there, you've got all of those fabulous, say, tours included, and then 12 nights on board the Quantum of the Seas. I'm just going to experience, you know, the Terracotta Warriors, the Great Wall, Tiananmen Square, Forbidden City. You know, they're just a few of the highlights you got here. And return flights from London, but as Dan just said, we could definitely look for regional flights as well. Now, I'll be honest, there's an awful lot to take in this hour, isn't there? You know, these are big experiences, but if you are just interested, or if there's something that you maybe missed, give us a call right now. Our cruise experts are there to take your calls and just talk you through in a bit more detail. So do give us a call tonight. And don't forget, if you're not planning on visiting South America or Asia, we can find you any cruise with any company, any time of the year. I spend a lot of my spare time just looking at the Planet Cruise website and planning ahead. Oh, this is coming up next, isn't it?
Snow monkey. I know you like snow monkeys.
Well, I do, but my producer, Chaz, this is one that he wants to book.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but yeah, I'd love to do this one as well. I really would. Yeah. So now this is with Princess Cruises, but again, we're going to get to see the snow monkeys, Mount Fuji and tropical Japan, aren't we?
You're going to see it again. If you're going to Japan again once in your life, this is the way to do it, isn't it? That's the way.
Yes.
So, just thinking, Dan's got the night off tonight, because Dan's normally one of the cruise experts. So, what a show to do tonight.
It is.
And
fabulous.
Have you experienced quite a lot of these places as well?
Well, I wish I had done all of them. There's too many to go in. I think I'll be old before I do. But
you did
definitely
a lot,
good. But this next one's worth going, because we fly you from London out to Tokyo. We stay just the one night, but don't worry about that, because you do go back to Tokyo.
Yes,
so
you
we'll
do,
talk about that
you?
in a moment. But we fly it a bit different this one. We go onto the ship first, and it's Diamond Princess.
It is. So, love Princess Cruises actually. So let's take you on board.
Regardless of which Princess Cruises ship you get on, you'll find yourself with a host of dining, entertainment and relaxation options to suit your needs. Whether you prefer the traditions of set time dining or you prefer to pick when, where and who you eat with, the option is yours on board a Princess ship. Princess Cruises have always taken speciality dining to the next level, from the sumptuous steaks in the Crown Grill through to the incredible Italian flavours of Sabatinis. The first of two new offerings is Steamer's Seafood, where you can feast on amazing shellfish, all accompanied by generous sides and dipping sauces. The second new taste sensation is Planks, serving up American-style barbecue options on planks, loaded with 4 meats, chilli, coleslaw and fries, and some really incredible looking desserts. Princess Cruises love looking after the whole family during your cruise. Camp Discovery offers 3 different age categories and areas, all themed in collaboration with the Discovery Channel. Children aged 3 to 17 will have everything they need to keep them amused for hours at a time. Whichever Princess Cruises ship you go on, you are sure to find something entertaining happening. From the street performers in the Piazza through to the full Broadway-style productions in the Princess Theatre. But this is Princess, so we can't talk about entertainment without mentioning the movies under the stars up here on deck. Whichever stateroom you pick, you'll get comfortable beds, a flat-screen TV, mini bar and bathroom with shower. If you're looking for a bit of extra outside space, then an upgrade to a balcony is a must. For that touch of luxury though, suites are the perfect option, offering you extra space and amenities in your room and complimentary access to the Lotus Spa thermal suite, amongst other exclusive benefits.
Oh, I know you have a wonderful experience with Princess Cruises. So we're obviously on board. We've got the first 2 days at sea.
First 2 days at sea.
And then is it Okinawa first of all?
Okinawa. So we go from down from there down to Okinawa and Ishigaki, which are 2 islands down there, very small. You wouldn't associate them with Japan because they're very much beaches, coral reefs, white sands. Look, there we go, absolutely beautiful. Ishigaki, very similar. You can go to these places, it's just a paradise.
Yeah,
not what you expect from the likes of Tokyo and that. From Okinawa and Ishigaki, which you do a full day each, we head again to Taipei, which we spoke about a bit earlier. You know, again, like I say, get the tour in there to do the best you can to see everything. Then it's 2 more days at sea to enjoy the ship before we get back to Yokohama, which is Tokyo. We then transfer you to a 2-night stay in Tokyo, which has got to be one of the most fabulous places in the world, hasn't it? Let's be honest.
Well, let's have a little look.
Yeah.
Again, on my wish list, on my bucket list.
Yeah, look at that. There we go. So there's Mount Fuji. That's the Shibuya crossing, which is effectively the busiest zebra crossing in the world. Worth seeing. Have a coffee there and enjoy that. You know, see the blossoms if you go at the right time of year. With this one, not particularly, but we can also look at doing that. Let me just look. There we go. The bullet train, which we do, don't we? We'll talk about that later. Again, the fabulous food. Look, it's just a fantastic place to go and enjoy. 2 nights there. Once we've done our 2 nights there, we then go over to WENDY and we transfer to Yudanaka. Yes. There we go.
Yes. We're so glad Wendy's here tonight. So this is where you take over, Wendy.
That's right. Yeah, the Yudanaka is actually in a place called Rokona, and that's the prefecture where held the 1998 Winter Olympics, and then also home to the snow monkeys.
Of course.
Yes. And it's just most adorable.
And they
they always sort of
in their hot springs in there, is that? Yeah,
enjoy themselves and
look happy, don't they?
So peaceful and so relaxed.
I remember seeing these on Planet Earth with David Attenborough, so David Attenborough, amazing.
Yeah, that's possibly one of the highlights in Japan. Yes. And then after that, for the passengers, they get to experience the raccoon, which is local Japanese traditional home, traditional. Yes, it's beautiful. Look at it. It's very nice. So we get to spend 1 night here, another night also in the similar. So it's a beautiful and it's a unique experience.
So we move on to somewhere we do a lot, which is Hakone. Which is that for Mount Fuji, is it?
Yes. We go to Mount Fuji, and the special thing is that we actually go to the 5th station, which is the highest platform, has a beautiful view, and you can do a hike, and you come down, then you go to Hakone, and then we do a Mount Eshi, what's called a cruise, which is very relaxing, very scenic, and we do this cable car, the ropeway ride, and then we then take the bullet train, which you saw, all the way to Kyoto. And for most people, Kyoto is absolutely the crown jewel of Japan.
A lot of people tell me that.
And we're there for 2 nights, aren't we?
Yes. And you get to see the Golden Pavilion and the famous temple and the beautiful garden, and you get to see the geisha come out in the park. So it's fabulous.
That does sound quite,
and then,
amazing.
Then after that, we will travel to Osaka. and then your tour of Japan is complete.
You've done it all, haven't you?
Yes.
Then we don't need to anymore.
Yes.
Then it's back to the UK, an overnight flight home. But
Correct.
really a fabulous thing, and the prices, Sean, on this
They are. I mean,
quite
and
fabulous.
again, you know, can I emphasise enough? I was just thinking, to plan all of this yourself would be really difficult, wouldn't it? And Wendy Tours, everything is organised for you, and you will experience the very, very best. So just to remind you, you will be on board this beautiful ship with Princess Cruises, the Diamond Princess, for 8 nights prior to that wonderful land tour with Wendy Wu. And Princess Cruises, I've cruised them a few times. They are outstanding. I mean, Dan, you book a lot of Princess Cruises, don't you?
I do book a lot. I've even booked one for myself on Saturday.
Yes, you have.
I'm going on Saturday.
You're
I'll have
going
my
on a few
Princess.
days, aren't you? Yeah.
I can't wait.
But yeah, amazing standards, fantastic restaurants, bars, shows, and say multi-award winning, of course, as well. So you will get the 6-night Japan land tour. You've got all of those various stays, of course, as well. For me, one of the highlights would definitely be the snow monkeys. Imagine the pictures you're going to get with those as well, the videos. Selected meals are included on the tour as well, and you have got that fabulous 8-night cruise on board the Diamond Princess, and all your return flights based on London there as well. And as I say, I know, say it's tonight's show is a little bit different. We've had a lot of you say that have been looking forward to it. But as ever, don't forget we can book you any cruise anywhere in the world. I'm learning a lot tonight. That's fab. Anyway, so I do need to retire early because we
For this next one.
This next trip is 27 nights. I don't think I get 27 days holiday.
No, you'd be in trouble, I think, wouldn't you?
But this again looks amazing, doesn't it, Dan?
This one is probably one of the best sellers in terms of South America, because again, if you're going there and you do it just once, you're going to do it, go there and do it all in one go. And from this one, we take you, I think, from Lima all the way through to Buenos Aires, which we'll talk about in between, but really worth going. I mean, we fly you into Lima on this one, and we have a one-night stay.
Yes.
And you look after us, Wendy, then, because we go and head to, is it Cusco?
Yes, it is.
Yes, Cusco, and over there you will be able to see all the traditional family, and
Yep.
they are famous for weaving text and the garment. So you get to mix with locals to experience the local culture,
Yep.
and that's in Cusco. And from Cusco, then we will go to Machu Picchu.
Yeah.
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu.
There we
And-
go.
It says a full day tour by train. Is that right?
What happens is actually 2 hours by train, and we actually from Cusco we travel by bus to a town. From that town, have this ride on this very famous scenic train, and then you get to Machu Picchu, and then that's where
Looks
this is.
amazing.
That's where we go. Look at
Yeah,
that.
It's
Good view.
much more than amazing. It's breathtaking. It's out of this world. I was there about 7 weeks ago with my twin boys, 10 years old, and they are absolutely absorbed by
can
that
imagine.
place. It's just best thing on earth, one of the best things. No word can describe it enough.
Yeah.
That's Machu Picchu, and we do all the tours and guided and experience how it was discovered and what it was for, the Inca culture. And after that, from Machu Picchu, we then move to the next place. Yes, and then from Machu Picchu, we go to
I'm going to try and say
no,
this
we
now.
go to Santiago.
Oh, Santiago
yeah.
in Chile.
Yeah, because
Wonderful.
it's a flight. We go to Santiago. We do the tour.
And
of
we've got
city.
a 2-night hotel stay. Just having a little look.
Yes.
I mean, here's
So it's
South
giving you a little bit
America,
of a
yeah.
taster, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's.
I mean, look at that.
in-
You don't see this sort of culture. You can't go into Europe and see this type of thing. You've got to go there. And to do it with you, Wendy, you're going to see all of it, because you're going to take people there. It's not they've got to do it on their own or think about it. You're going to take them to everything they need to see. And, you've got some fantastic cities down there. I mean, you go into Lima, Cusco, Machu Picchu. Then, as you said, Santiago, where you stay for 2 nights, which is a fabulous place. You've got a city tour there include, which you can
To
wine,
see.
very important.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't
We'll
even
talk about
notice
that later. I
Dan.
bet you didn't. No.
No, of course not.
Chile wine is
Chilean wine
so,
is my
isn't it?
favourite.
Yeah,
same here.
yeah, so trendy and
So-
famous from that moment.
If we see here, it's
Yeah.
Santiago, even
Yeah.
in Chile. You see there. We've got the 2 nights there. That's where we then go on to the cruise part, isn't it? Now,
It is, because don't forget, you will get all of these trips include all the land stays and the cruise. And this is actually a 14-night cruise, isn't it?
It is. So you're on board Coral Princess, going from one side to the other. So you head out, you go down to Puerto Montt there, which is a fabulous place to go. Chilean Lake District, it's known at. From there, that's in sort of the western Patagonia region. And we head from Puerto Montt, we then go for a day at sea. You're going to relax by that point, aren't you? Get a massage or something, or just enjoy on deck. Then we head to the Amelia Glacier. As it says, this you will have seen pictures of. It's look at that, it's fabulous. Wow. It really is unbelievable. The ship will do a complete 360 in the bay, so you can take pictures from all angles. You know, everyone wants to see that while they're there. It's just huge.
Incredible, doesn't it?
And from there, from the glacier, we then go down to Punta Arenas. So that's the southern end of Patagonia. You've got so much wildlife here, and you know, you can see why and why people like it. If you're into photography as well, this is a fabulous cruise for you because there's so much to take pictures of, you know. So next from this, we go from Punta Arenas down to Ushuaia. So in Ushuaia, that's down on what they call the Tierra del Fuego archipelago. It's named by a lot of people down there as the end of the world because you are at the bottom almost.
You are, yeah.
You are almost at the bottom. You can see a lot here, penguins, that sort of thing. We then go round quite famous Cape Horn.
And again, it's just something I want to do. Is that on your list?
It's on. I'd love to do this. Yeah.
I would.
So this, I mean, if you can say you've been across the Atlantic, well, actually, I've been around Cape Horn. Not many people can say that, can they? So after Cape Horn, we go on to what's probably the most asked for destination in South America, the Falkland Islands. Everyone wants to go there. And, you know, there's so much history there, of course. You know, it's so remote. You've got nature. A lot of people down there like to do a tour by 4x4, or they like to go off and see the penguins, or even go and see sort of the many sort of commemorative statues and that are up around, to go and sort of see those down from Port Stanley. Then a day at sea before Puerto Madryn on the Argentinian coast. Your temperatures start to get a bit better here. So it starts to warm up again, so you can put your coats away and enjoy it. After that, we then go into Uruguay and do Montevideo. Now, Montevideo, the capital of Uruguay, so many beautiful bits to see here. Plaza of Independence, Palacio Salvo, or the old town Ciudad Vieja. It's not so massive, but compared to where you've been, it's going to feel massive because you've been to some remote parts of the world. From there, we then head into Buenos Aires. Now, you've got, when you get there, an overnight on board, but there is a fabulous part. So in Buenos Aires, I'll speak about this, but we also come back to Buenos Aires. So I'll only briefly say it. We can talk about that in a second. So let's talk firstly, we go to Iguassu Falls. So we fly you over there to the Argentinian side. It's on the Brazilian-Argentinian border. It's the largest waterfall system in the world.
I mean, imagine seeing all of this.
Yeah, and again,
wow.
Whilst you're there, you've got to do it. You know, 275 waterfalls in one place.
Yes.
Walk around it, 82 metres high at the highest point. It's a fabulous park.
And you are, we should say, you are there for a couple of nights in a 4-star hotel, and this tour is all included. Of course, everything's included here.
So
this is absolutely one of the highlights.
Yeah. People love this. We sell this very well.
And also, what's special about this one is on that day, in the morning, you are going to explore the extra fall in the Argentina side, which is get very personal and close to the fall.
Really?
You have the best view and the best sound. Is magic.
And from there,
after lunch, then you go to the Brazilian side.
Okay.
And you see it from slightly distance. You have very different perspective, but you see the fall and you will have no regret because you have seen it from far and close. It's absolutely wonderful.
And again, it's Wendy and her company.
Unforgettable.
You've got such knowledge of all of these wonderful places, so you get to see and experience the very best. And then you're transferred from the airport to Buenos Aires. You've got your 2 nights stay there. You get the tango show as well, don't you?
You do tango show in the evening there. Really worth going to. Buenos Aires itself, beautiful. If you've never been there, you've tasted it probably with Malbec wine and their fantastic Argentinian steak. We take you there 2 nights, so you really get a chance to enjoy it, see the sights and the tours, and really enjoy it before flying home. So you really have done a massive, massive part of South America.
That's right.
And you are away 27 nights in total.
Yeah, and when then you mentioned about the food in Argentina, the famous wonderful steak.
Yeah.
I want to tell you a very best kept secret, but no longer in South America, is the Peru. The food in Peru is to die for. It is amazing. So many countless Michelin star restaurants just pop up everywhere.
Really?
It's
fabulous.
just the food of the future. It's wonderful.
You're going to have an amazing time at home. So just to quickly remind you, say all flight included on this one. You will be on board this beautiful ship, of course, the Coral Princess for how many nights was it? 14 nights, wasn't it? The cruise?
Long, yeah, 14 nights to see everything.
But the whole trip there is 27 nights. You've got all of those hotel stays, amazing experiences. The Iguassu Falls there, definitely one of the highlights. And so the actual cruise part of this is for two weeks. What are we saying?
Machu Picchu is
Picchu.
absolutely also a highlight. It's wonderful.
That whole experience is going to be amazing. Apparently my producers, they're going to restrict visitors there in the future potentially. So
already done.
Time to go.
Oh really?
Machu Picchu already done. So therefore, that's the reason why always we have to organize things very early to be able to do that.
Actually visit.
Yes.
So yeah, do book that one while you can. Now, those of you, I mean, I know a lot of you are regulars, but if you are new, Dan is part of the team, by the way. So you're normally taking
I'm normally in the
bookings.
office, so it's a nice day out for me, isn't it, coming up here?
He's normally working really hard on the Tuesday night. But all the packages you're going to see tonight, they've been exclusively tailor-made by us. We are the largest independent cruise travel agency in the UK. Our team of destination cruise experts are available 7 days a week, by the way, and we won't be beaten on price. You know, that is really important. If you think you're getting a better deal elsewhere, please let us know, because we won't be beaten on price. And we are, of course, very safe. We're APTA and ATOL bonded, meaning your money is safe with us. And also, I mean, I know obviously because the trips are big experiences tonight, many of them 3 or 4 weeks long, you can pay for your holiday in direct debit instalments. That must make it a lot easier, Dan, to pay in instalments.
Yeah, I mean, if you can pay a direct debit, you know, pay as you go, because you can then sort of manage your way through, and you can have other holidays in between, can't you?
And we should say a lot of the, you know, the trips tonight, they are for 2019 or even 2020. So you've got plenty of time to budget, basically. So it's exciting, isn't it? Now.
You're going to like this one, I think, aren't you?
My choice, I want to do the most. So this is with Norwegian cruise lines, rather, and it's the Borneos, orangutans and sun bears Southeast Asia delights. Let's have a little look.
So this is Borneo, I believe, isn't it, Wendy? So
yes.
Is it the richest ecosystem in the world, I'm told?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Or one of.
Yes. Yes. Wilderness.
So we're just looking here, Wendy. Tell us a little bit about some of the experiences we're going to have on this one.
Sure. This Borneo is all about nature and conservation. So therefore, we will actually arrive into Côte Kinabalu. And in Côte Kinabalu, we will do some exploration. So for example, we will go to the pouring hot spring. And
sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
It has a healing power, special mineral to do that. And then from that, we are going to go further to explore the orangutan conservation, and where the wild orangutan are looked after there, and then will be released to the wild.
Yeah.
So that's the orangutan. But it's not only just that. Then we also get to see the sun bear.
Yeah.
And then once again, it's a sanctuary for sun bear. So they are being looked after and will be released to nature.
So that's kind of a little overview. So let's just talk you through step by step, shall we?
Absolutely. So
I'll let you do the pronunciations.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to fly you out of Heathrow. We're going to get you down to Côte Kinabalu.
Oh, that's the
So we get down to the transfer for a 2-night stay there, and this really is Borneo at its best. It's a fabulous way to see it.
And this is where we, as Wendy just mentioned, we get to experience the pouring hot springs and the Kinabalu National Park as well.
Yes.
And we see that. Then we fly on again. We fly to Sandakan, that's where we do the orangutans. Very important.
Correct.
Beautiful orangutans.
Yes.
So we go and see that. Whilst you're there, it's the sanctuary before they're released in, as you said. We see the sun bears. Then we go on from, I mean, we can see, I think, some pictures possibly of orangutans we saw earlier.
Yes.
And they look quite lovely, don't they?
Yes. And during that time, we get to experience the jungle restaurant for our meal.
Okay, I see that, the jungle restaurant, the Abani Jungle Restaurant for lunch.
Yeah, and we get to stay at the River Lodge. Yeah, and then not only we see the orangutan and the sun bear.
So we've got so just going back, so we've got the jungle restaurant lunch. So what's that like, Wendy, the jungle restaurant?
Okay, it is all in the wilderness.
So, all right.
And so it's a very much natural setting, and you feel you are with nature, whereas you observe everything, enjoy the river, and you and the nature are one. So that's the jungle restaurant.
That sounds amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah. Certainly different from your London office,
exactly,
that's for sure.
Yeah. We can see there the pictures there as we go down.
And then you get the one out in the Riverside Lodge stay.
Yes. And once again, you are in the middle of nature,
yes, you really...
so close by. And then remember, you have just explored, you see loads of animals, more than just orangutan.
There's
and the sun bear.
Yes.
Yeah. You also have sloth bear, and you have a leopard, you also have hyena, so plenty of wild
I know what you're
animal.
thinking at home. You're thinking, I look like one of those. Okay, yeah, I can read your minds.
Yeah. So it's really eco kind of tourism, and very much to nature, stay away from the city kind of thing.
And even there's elephants there, isn't it? So you see, there's so much
Full
to
of
see
animals.
nature-wise. You're going to see a lot of stuff there.
Yes.
And from your riversides there, you know, the one night there, we then had to, is it Manukan Island for a day trip there? Is that right?
Yeah,
is that
that's a whole day. Manuka Island is one of the largest coral islands in the national park.
Wow, look
so
at that.
yeah, it's very pristine and it's beautiful.
It looks
yes,
spectacular. Actually.
that's right. It's all coral. So therefore, the unique experience. We do lots of a boat trip, cruise, and to get there, to come back. So the whole trip, 6 days, is really, it's Côte Canaveral, then to the Sandakan, to the river, and then from that back to Sandakan and to Côte Canaveral, and then go to the Manuka, that island.
Then we're
so
off,
it's
aren't
just
we?
completely, and you get to experience.
I mean, going from Borneo, we're going to see all that nature, but then going to head to one of the modern
we are
city wonders. We're going to Singapore.
Yes, completely different. We're in Singapore for a 2-night stay. But after, in fact, let's just have a little look at Singapore. I know we feature Singapore quite regularly on the show.
You've got to see there the skywalk there, Gardens by the Bay, Raffles Hotel, have a Singapore sling. You know, it's just a magical place. We'll keep you somewhere in the very centre of Singapore so you can really walk everywhere. Orchard Road. You've got 2 days there to just enjoy yourself.
I mean, I was only there for a day and it wasn't enough, but you have got, say, 2 days there, and it is a magical place. I mean, they say so modern, so clean as well, isn't it? It's immaculate.
Yeah, it's one of the cleanest cities in the world, isn't it? So, and yeah, you've got to go there. 2 nights there is perfect, really, at the end of it.
But you then, of course, embark a fabulous 7-night cruise on board the Norwegian Jewel. Now, we've actually got a clip of film featuring the sister ship, which I've been on board, actually, the Norwegian Jade.
Welcome to Norwegian Jade. 15 decks full of dining venues, bars, places to relax and places to dance the night away. So what are we waiting for? Let's go and take a look. From the moment you step on board, you'll be faced with your first dilemma. Where do you eat first? You could try the Asian-inspired food of Jasmine Garden, or maybe one of the 2 main dining rooms. But if you're a night owl, then head over to Oceans, an Irish-themed bar serving food 24 hours a day. You can take in the flavours of Brazil at the Moderno Curaçao. If you fancy something with a bit of ooh la la and a Parisian touch, then head over to Le Bistro. If you want to relax with a specialty coffee and people watch, then the Atrium Cafe and Bar is the place to be. If you like a bit of a boogie, then head along to the Bliss or the Spinnaker Lounge. Or for those of you in need of a cocktail, then there's a Mixer, Martini and Cocktail Bar, or the Sugarcane Mojito Bar. Jade offers 2 different kids clubs on board. Both clubs offer a multitude of activities to keep the young ones amused. But if that's not enough, there are always swimming pools, sports facilities, or the video arcade. Now, while the kids are busy, this gives you the chance to relax, and where better at the Mandara Spa. With a host of spa treatments designed to put you in a very peaceful and tranquil mood, there is nowhere better to recharge those batteries. So whether you want to dance the night away or maybe you just want to watch someone else do it, Norwegian Jade has got it all. For a full-blown country music spectacular, head along to Blazing Boots. If country isn't your thing, then head along to Elements, where music, magic and dance combine for a mesmerising performance. From cosy, comfortable insides through to huge 3-bedroom Haven Garden villas, there's a huge choice of accommodation on board Norwegian Jade. But if you want to be treated like royalty, then take a look at the Haven, which is the most luxurious accommodation on the ship. You even get a private sun deck, concierge service, and of course that all-important 24-hour butler.
Do you know, I'm getting a bit peeved, Glenn, doing all this shit.
I know, we
visits,
see him far too much, don't we?
Yeah,
far too much.
But anyway, let's continue. So.
Let's go. Out of Singapore, isn't it? We go to Kuala Lumpur from Port Klang. Fabulous parts here, Petronas Towers. Great for shopping. The Old Town and Chinatown are absolutely fabulous. And of course, here in Kuala Lumpur, you're overnight. From there, we then head across to Langkawi, which is just coming up now. It's a really beautiful place. White sand, you know, lots of culture, temples, that sort of thing. 99 islands in the archipelago, really worth seeing. From there, we head off to Penang. Another fabulous place. It's actually the Georgetown, which is sort of the capital of the area, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site with its temples, mosques, colonial buildings, absolutely beautiful. And again, you can enjoy the beaches as well if you want to. From there, we head to Phuket. You can see here the Ila Tapu, which is that famous rock sticking out of the sea. And you've also seen if any of you've seen the beach, the film The Beach, this is where it was filmed. So absolutely, and also James Bond, I think, was there a couple of times. So, you know, I could quite easily go there, couldn't I, with my suit that I've got on. So we head there at sea, and then it's back to Singapore, which is where we then fly you back to Heathrow. Again, you can do different airports if you want to speak to the guys in the office. If it's not Heathrow or Gatwick, you're number one.
Gotta say, I think the price is amazing. Now, what are my two favourite words, Dan? What are my two favourite words?
Your two favourite words is alcohol-free. No, all-inclusive.
All-inclusive.
That's the one.
It, yeah. And this one is, so just to show you what is included, we're talking about, first of all, the 5-night Borneo land tour, the Orangutan Sanctuary, the Sunbear Conservation Sanctuary. That is going to be absolutely, it's going to be a wonderful experience, isn't it? You get the 2-night hotel stay in Singapore, and then the 7-night cruise, that's on board the Norwegian Jewel. And it is premium all-inclusive, so that's drinks, tips, and Wi-Fi as well.
Just to mention, if you book an outside cabin or above, you get unlimited Wi-Fi.
Yes, you do, don't you?
Worth doing. It's only £50 more, I think, per person we're going to see, but worth doing for the unlimited Wi-Fi.
Definitely that. Anyway, do we need to explain why you're all-inclusive? Well, I think we do. But it just makes such a difference. It isn't just about the alcoholic drinks, but it's everything else, isn't it?
It's everything. So when you go on board, your tips are done. So there's nothing to worry about, a big bill at the end. Your drinks are there. I mean, you've got fabulous food on board Norwegian anyway. You can just really enjoy yourself. Wi-Fi, tips, and all your food. You don't need to have a bill at the end of the holiday, do you, really? You
really don't. And the premium all-inclusive, we are talking about a fantastic section of wines and spirits and beers as well. And as Dan mentioned, the difference to go to an outside and get unlimited Wi-Fi is £50, and even a balcony is only £29.99 on that one. So just speak to our cruise experts and they will talk you through, but definitely worth doing. And then we don't know where the time's gone this Tuesday, because we've got one final cruise. One final cruise, which is I think this is going to be the #1 seller tonight. Do you? I do. I'm going to go out there on a limb and see what they tell me tomorrow, but I think it'll be #1. And it's fabulous, because this one, we're going to fly you from London. Again, we say London. Talk to us about your airport. It's into Dubai. We've got an overnight flight there. Once you get down to Delhi, you then stay there for 2 nights. So you arrive down in Delhi, 2 nights there. And you know, you're going to see some fabulous places in Delhi. I mean, we're going to talk more about where we're going to go in a second, but Delhi itself is beautiful, and the culture is going to be completely different to what you're used to. And we're going to see the old town and New Delhi whilst we're there, aren't we? We're going to see all of that. But really the one I want to talk about, and I think the guys at home will want to talk about, is we go from Delhi, we go on to Agra. And why would we want to go to Agra?
Wow, Delhi itself is fascinating. So you will see the old and the new, and we will visit Gandhi's final resting place, the great man. And then we leave Delhi and go to Agra. And then you said, why? Okay, that is because you have that baby Taj. The baby Taj Mahal. Which inspired real Taj Mahal. There we go. And then we go to Agra Fort, which is really beautiful red kind of thing. The fort, that's the Agra Fort, very, very famous. And then you see the real Taj Mahal. And we actually will take you there before the sunrise. So we get up early, and you see the sunlight start to turning the magic marvel. That's got to be an iconic vision. Really, you will see the light change. You also get away from heat and get away from crowds. You see it from really purple, and white, and then to glow golden. It's wonderful.
Fabulous.
Most people want to spend all day there, but that is
we have to.
That's Agua.
That's Agua. Then on to
go to-
Ranthambore.
Yes, and we go to Ranthambore to looking for tigers. There's
Tiger.
50 of
Yeah,
them.
there we go. We found them.
Yes, they have 50 of them. It's for us to spot them.
Yeah,
If
there's
we
not
try
many
hard,
that-
you will
yeah,
see them.
yeah.
It's wonderful when you see them. The joy, and we always never fail. The people are so happy when they see them.
And that's what we
the
see on
tigers.
the jungle safari, isn't it? We go out searching for the tigers, which is a fabulous thing to do. But
Yes.
from Ranthambore, we then go on to another fabulous part of the triangle, as it's called.
That's right.
We go to Jaipur.
Yes, and Jaipur is very famous for its step well because it's very ancient, 1,000 years old, where the people sort of gather together. And in the middle of all the step down is a well, the wonderful water. So itself is really unique and magic. So that's a step well, very famous.
Yeah.
And then this particular one, it's called the goddess of joy and happiness. And if you're there, you will know why. It's just such
Really,
a great
yeah.
feeling
It
when
looks
you're
fabulous,
there.
yeah.
Yes. And then also at the same place, you get to see the ancient Hindu astronomy observatory. It's one of the oldest known to the civilization. So that's it.
That really, you're going to see a lot in the Golden Triangle. It doesn't stop there, because after that, we take you back to Delhi. We fly you to Dubai. Now, once we get to
Don't forget
Dubai,
then,
what have we
there's
forgotten?
something else wonderful. What India is famous for, to you and to Sean? What famous for?
It's got to
Come
be
on.
curry, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's one.
Oh.
The wonderful food, of course.
Yeah.
But the Bollywood.
Oh, Bollywood.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yes. So your final
Oh, I forgot about
finale.
this.
Yeah, the finale is that what's called Bollywood dance.
Oh.
Yeah.
We won't practice now, I don't think. I think we'll leave that off for
Yeah,
next
it's called the
time.
Kingdoms of Dream. It's a must thing when you go to India.
course.
That's your finale
Yeah.
before you come
Oh,
home.
God.
And, well, once we've done that, we then go on to Dubai, don't we? And,
yes.
You know
On a high.
Dubai. We go to
Right,
Dubai happy.
We've only got a couple
2
of minutes,
nights there.
Dan, so we're in Dubai for 2 nights, aren't we?
And we join the Celebrity Constellation, beautiful ship. We head 15 nights there. We leave Dubai for Muscat, which we've seen before, beautiful place, worth getting up early to see the sailing. Then it's 2 days at sea to enjoy the ship. Then we head to Mumbai. You've got to go there and see all the Victoria Station. You know, you've got 2 nights there, see everything you want to see. Then it's down to Goa, where it gets a Portuguese influence, a bit more relaxing, and you get to just enjoy a bit more of a relaxed India. Then it's 2 days at sea before Cochin, or Kochi, as they call it, which is Kerala. So Kerala is a fabulous place. Again, a Portuguese influence there. You know, the food down there is a little bit more as we like, a little less spicy. By the time you get there, there's a bit more coconut milk. From Cochin, you go to what is a fabulous place. It's Sri Lanka. You get to go to Colombo, okay, which it's not a massive city, but it's packed to the rafters with culture, and it's just a busy, beautiful place that's really, really, really worth going. And from Colombo, we have a day at sea to relax, head to Phuket, which we spoke about a bit earlier, enjoy the beach, and then another day at sea, get to Singapore. And after, when we're in Singapore, you know, speak to the guys if you want to as well about adding 2 nights on if you want to.
Yeah, definitely.
It's worth doing. But I mean, we've rushed through it there. It's fabulous.
And don't forget that wonderful cruise is courtesy of Celebrity on board, the Celebrity Constellation. And as many of you know, I'm a big, big fan of Celebrity, and I know you'll be so well looked after. So there's just a quick reminder of some of the highlights there. The jungle safari for me, look, yeah. Love to spot the tigers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so many highlights. And you'll be on board to that beautiful ship with Celebrity for 15 nights as well. So price-wise, we've got a couple of dates there to choose from. Not a lot in them, to be fair, but you can see they've got either the 21st of January 2020 or the 20th of February 2020 as well. And so if you can go for it, we've got some great prices there on Ocean View Balcony and Concierge class as well.
Absolutely.
Wow. Now we've actually got a really exciting month with Planet Cruise and some new shows for you as well. So here's Glenn to tell you about next week's.
Calling all cruise lovers out there, we have some breaking news. On the 9th of October 2018, live on Ideal World at 8 o'clock, Planet Cruise TV show will feature a 1-hour Royal Caribbean special. Sean and myself will be joined by Michaela Banks from Royal Caribbean, as we take you on board some of the most innovative ships in the world as they cruise through some fantastic itineraries. Famous for the industry's first Royal Caribbean ships are one of the most sensational at sea, and their holidays are anything but ordinary. Every day is spectacular, so be sure to tune in for exclusive deals and fantastic giveaways. Cheers.
Oh, so we've got such a great month with Planet Cruise.
Yeah.
Right, it's time for a recap.
Time for a recap.
It is. We're going to have to be fast. So remember, we'll give you know, if you're interested in any of these, the cruise guys, they'll talk you through all of our cruise experts with Planet Cruise. We start off, this is the ultimate, isn't it?
This is the ultimate. And you know, 14 nights on land in China. The one thing I want to point out here very quickly as well is about visas.
Yes.
Wendy Wu in this one and in the India one that we just did, they look after your visa. So you have to pay for it still, but they will deal with all the paperwork. You can relax from the start.
Yeah.
And we should say all of the meals are included for the entire trip on this.
From your first
and
dinner.
also evening entertainment. For example, in China, that is the Xi'an show.
Yeah, you've got
special
your meals.
feature. For example, the duck, Peking duck.
Yeah.
So everything is included in that one. And then what did we have, Dan?
Oh, then we're off to the next one. Was fabulous, wasn't it? It's Princess Cruises, Japan, the Snow Monkeys, Kyoto, Mount Fuji. The ID call in to see the guides 169737 there. You get 6 nights on Japan, you know, land tours. You get to see some other parts of Japan, and that's really a fabulous one to go and see. You know, worth going to that one. Then it was Sean.
Yes, with Princess Cruises as well. This don't forget, 27 nights on this one. What would be your highlights? Would you say on this?
I don't know.
This
so
is
much.
Machu
Gotta be
Picchu,
Machu.
I
It's
was
gotta be
Machu
Machu
Picchu,
Picchu,
and
hasn't it?
Iguassu.
I've got to say,
Iguassu, and also Chile. Don't forget Chile. It is the #1 tourist destination for 2018 by Land Your Planet.
I mean,
Fabulous.
that is going to be amazing, isn't it?
You're going to love
no
that one.
picture like that.
And obviously deposit only tonight.
Yeah. So moving on then to the one we did after that. Another fabulous one that we went to. We went on to Norwegian Jewel to Borneo, Kota Kinabalu, see the orangutans, the sun bears, you know, see one of the best ecosystems in the world, and 7 nights all in.
Oh, well done for remembering that one.
That's important to note, isn't it?
And as we mentioned, give us a call right now, and I would definitely go for an outside or
to get the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, to get the unlimited Wi-Fi.
And in that weather, you're going to want a balcony.
Yeah, you are.
It's going to be beautiful weather and views.
And then, last but by no means least, actually, you think this is going to be the top seller tonight?
I think it's going to be the most popular, especially at that price.
Yeah. And it's India's Tigers, Golden Triangle, Arabia, India, and Asia on that one as well. So, so much included. But this one is, of course, with Celebrity Cruises, one of our absolute favourites on board the Celebrity Constellation there. Now, I know these are big trips, and I mean, these are trips of a lifetime, but the real message here is that Planet Cruise have partnered with Wendy Wu Tours. You've got 20 years experience, multi-award winning, and known to be the UK's #1 tour guides when it comes to Asia and, of course, South America. So thank you so much. In Japan, I should say, of course, as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Sure.
But everything is organised impeccably, isn't it?
Correct. Look after you every step of the way. And also, Sean, I just want the audience to know that the Chinese consulate is actually applied fingerprint very soon. It will start from 3rd of October, which is tomorrow.
But you'll help with that as well. So you'll help with that as well. But that's why you're #1.
Yeah. What happened is from tomorrow, if you do the visa yourself, you have to go and get a fingerprint. Whereas we do it for you, you don't need to. However, you only have 2 months to do it, because they will allow us the privilege of for 2 months you don't have to go to do that thing. So book now.
Book now.
Wendy, we are out of time, but that is going to make it so easy. Dan, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Sean. Are you back in the call centre next week?
Back in the call centre tomorrow. So give me a call if you want to do anything. So ask for Dan.
So you might be speaking to Dan tomorrow. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week with Focus. Thank you so much, Wendy.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Hiya, thanks for watching the video. Now don't forget to like, comment and subscribe below. Remember to click that bell to get all notifications, and if you're looking for more fantastic travel video content, like this click on the videos to the right hand side. It'll be really informative. Or click on the Planet logo to the left to go to our website for some fantastic deals. Keep cruising.